I'm so excited this morning that we have a learner group. We have the Orange Room from the new school, so glad you all are here. And we also have some young scientists, some fourth graders from Floyd County Schools with Miss Marie. And so I'm going to now turn it over to them.
Hello, children at home and learners at home and learners in the Orange Room. Thank you for having us. I'm Ms. Marie, and I have 3 fourth graders from Czech Elementary who've worked really hard thinking about some thoughtful questions and researching the answers to those questions about 3 extreme weather events. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you first and their topics.
Hello, my name is Joseph, and I'll be teaching you about supervolcanoes.
Hi, my name is Audrey, and I'm going to be teaching you about wildfires.
Hi, my name is Oscar, and I'm going to teach you about spiraling waterspouts.
Spewing supervolcanoes. The question is, what is a supervolcano and how does it compare to a regular volcano?
Pause there for a minute.
One of the differences is how they form. A volcano is a vent in the Earth's crust, and a supervolcano is when magma becomes trapped under the Earth's crust, and creates a small hill, but the pressure soon becomes too great and it erupts. The one with all the extra details is a supervolcano. I made a t-shirt on comparing a supervolcano to a volcano. A supervolcano forms when a magma makes a chamber and blows the earth lid off. And a volcano forms when magma finds a vent. Another difference is that supervolcanic eruptions are larger, and a supervolcano generally erupts every 1,000 to 1,000,000 or more years. And a volcano generally erupts every 100 years. The supervolcano's eruption strength is larger as well, as the eruption can cause a small ice age. A volcano's level of destruction is smaller, however, it can still cause destruction and can bury a city in ash. It's pretty close, as Yellowstone is located in Wyoming, spreads into Idaho and Montana. What comes out of volcanoes and supervolcanoes? Lahars, a mixture of volcanic ash and water. Pyroclastic flows, flows of searing hot gas. Lava bombs, no explanation needed. and ash, which can bury a city. What to do in case of a volcano eruption? Get at least 50 miles away from it to avoid the pyroclastic flows. Get food and water. Get a gas mask. Ash could get into your lungs and cause serious health issues. Cover all openings with wet cloths to prevent ash from getting in. Do not drink from the tap. Stay inside. And after the eruption, be careful, as a supervolcanic eruption can trigger avalanches, tsunamis, and earthquakes. Now we're moving on to Oscar.
This is spiraling waterspouts. Do you know the difference between a fair weather waterspout and a tornadic waterspout? When and where they form? A fair weather waterspout is between a cumulus cloud and a body of water like an ocean or a lake. A tornadic waterspout is on land as part of a severe thunderstorm cloud and and moves towards the coast or lakeshore over the water. And usually when they form is seasonal, so late spring, summer, and early fall. How long they last. Fair weather waterspouts last at least 20 minutes at the most. And a tornadic waterspout can last an hour, but usually only 5 to 10 minutes. Other differences is that tornadic fair weather's waterspouts are weaker. Tornadic waterspouts are stronger, less dangerous, more dangerous. Fair weather waterspouts are static, and static means staying still, not really changing or moving. Thunderclouds would move more, so the spout would have to stay with it and move faster. Dangers both have in common: flipping boats, helicopter damage, swimmers and mariners, people working at the sea, on water or on water vehicles getting hurt. Coral reefs and shallow water could also get damage. Common misunderstanding about fair weather and tornadic waterspouts. People think they suck up water, but they actually get the water from the condensation in the cloud that they form under. They form down from the clouds, not up from the water.
Sizzling wildfires. Common causes of a wildfire. So it's interesting. Lightning is a cause, but it's only about 15% of wildfires are actually caused by lightning. And humans camp their uncontrolled, unattended campfires, arson and campfires. And arson means it's actually a crime, and it means you are, say, playing with a fire and you're setting fires on purpose. And that is actually part of a cause of some wildfires. And then it says 85% of wildfires are caused by humans. So most of them are actually human causes. This next slide is about how wildfires spread. Dry brush on the forest floor can act as fuel. Now, fuel for a fire is kind of, if you can think about it, like fuel for a car. It helps keep a fire going and spread throughout the forest. So dry items like leaves and sticks, like they can catch, and it can help a fire spread. Litter does the same thing, but it can be controlled, so people can stop that from happening by not littering. And there's a fact over there. It says the reason that in a wildfire a house may catch is a house is made of very dry materials such as wood that could catch on fire. How wildfires spread to homes. Embers catch in, so one thing they can catch in is dry materials in the structure of a house. So like the wood and maybe like mainly wood and siding and shingles and stuff like that. Another one is actually your gutters are not always wet, and so they could catch fire. The dry leaves and needles that get stuck in them could catch. And another one is stuff underneath. You say you store some stuff underneath your deck or your porch. Well, that stuff could also catch. Controlling fires. A lot of times firefighters cannot put out the fire in usual ways, like a water hose. So like their big hoses, they sometimes they can't, like that won't work for a fire. And below are 3 ways that they would do in a big wildfire. A fire break is a line of dirt that fire cannot get across because there is no fuel in the dirt. And like I said, fuel is like the dry leaves and sticks. And if there's dirt there and dirt is not flammable, the fire can't get across the dirt and burn anymore. It will have to stop at that line. And dust. It's actually not normal dust. It's kind of like something firefighters can very safely throw down. If you watch the news with your parents, you can probably see it's usually red, and it actually helps to smother and put out fires. And on this side, this one's a little weird. It's called controlled fires. They get rid of the dry wood and leaves so the fire cannot go further. So it's kind of like setting mini campfires in the forest to burn away the dry leaves and sticks before they get a chance to burn and help the wildfire get bigger. So controlled fires that can easily be put out help to stop the spread of the bigger fire. Prevention. So some ways you can help to prevent wildfires. If you have a campfire, you stay near it at all times, and call 911 if you see a fire you are unsure about. So don't call about like a campfire, because that's controlled. And it says, and another one is don't mess with fire starters, and you can see little illustrations of matches and a lighter.
This was so great. Orange Roomers, can we all give these fantastic students a round of applause?
Thanks everyone on behalf of the Virginia Tech Science Festival. What a joy this little bit has been, and I appreciate everyone's work so much.